You honestly, how often does this happen to me? I have switched devices. Let's say it was a laptop, or we have desktops from the past. It's my old Android phone, and one of the worst feelings I've ever had was, and especially with this phone I have, I am down to the last 3 tries to remember my password to go and get these amazing photos of my son Ethan when he was little. My son is now 26 years old, and it makes me super sad because I never had a system to be able to back all those precious photos and videos and memories and stuff. I've never had it. So now I'm desperate because I really do want to grab these photos, but I have no way of getting them. Well, we're going to solve that issue permanently for you with an amazing offer tonight. Even Adam, he gave me 2 thumbs up on this. He goes, this is so good. He cut his mic, walked over and said, this is awesome. Indeed, it is. Guys, this is called the Ultimate Backup. It's a huge 500 gigabyte solid state backup solution with antivirus built in. Number 1, you're not paying a cloud feed anymore. Hallelujah. How much are you spending every month just to have something on the cloud? Number 2, you're never going to have that insecurity of, oh my gosh, I need that file, I need that document, I need that photo. Oh wait, I wanted that music, I wanted whatever it is, and now it's trapped and locked on a device. That will never happen again. So you're going to save money over and over because you have the Ultimate Backup. Now here's what we're doing. It is the lowest price we've ever offered for the 500 gigabyte. It's the one everybody wants because it's so huge, and it is the best deal we've ever offered. Our 5 Flex continues through the end of today, so you can get this home for $16. And then I always love free shipping, as you do. It's free S&H. All right, I'm going to get Lori Leland out here right now because we got to jump into what it is, how it works, what happens with it. Hi, darling.
Hi, it's a must-have, I think.
Double thumbs up on this.
Double thumbs up.
Yep.
Yeah, Adam bought it at the higher price.
Yes,
I know, that's why he's like, oh my gosh, that's such a good deal. Great to give as gifts, but great to have for yourself. If you're ever concerned about something happening to your laptop computer, have you ever dropped a laptop? Maybe you fry the hard drive, or maybe my friend's little one spilled juice on it and that hard drive was not repairable. If something were to happen to your computer today, think about this. You would pay those geeks any amount of money to restore all of your old family photos. You may have years and years and years worth of family photos. And what we love the most about Ultimate Backup is this is going to basically back up every single device in your entire life, okay? So this is going to work on your Macs, your PC, your Chromebook, any of those computers, but it also works on your digital devices too, your phones, your tablets, whether it's Apple, Android, you name it, it's going to work for you. Our new Google Pixel that's coming up next hour works on that one too.
Oh, guess what? My laptop, this is the fabulous lavender laptop that we've gone on and on about.
Yeah.
Had a couple airings that's coming up this hour. It's going to work with this. So whether you're getting a brand new laptop or you got all the old stuff and you're like me, I am desperate. I have this Android phone.
Right.
And at the time, I didn't know how to back anything up, but there wasn't a cloudy thing. I can't find it anyway.
Right.
And there's so many precious pictures of Ethan. You know Ethan, my son.
I do,
when he was little on it.
So
I'm
cute.
down to the 3rd to the last try on my password.
I've done that. I got locked out of the cloud for 4 years.
And I don't even know what to do. And I thought, God, if I had this, I could have backed it all up, and it all happens automatically, and it's easy. It's literally just one touch and you're done. So guys, here's the thing. I'm going to show you. We are about 5 minutes into the presentation. Well, actually 3 minutes into the new hour. Already we are jammed on the phones because everybody waits for this to go on sale. And it's never been at this price before. And you buy it once and you're using this literally for years.
That's exactly right. And this will back up basically everything in your entire household and your entire life. So you only need one for most of us with that giant 500 gigabyte capacity. It's a solid state drive, so no moving parts, never gets hot, tons and tons of room on here. And here's how easy it is to use. You plug it into your computer, okay? And right here, you have that USB, or maybe if you have that brand spanking new C computer, this has the C type plug. So you either use the C plug or plug this right in and use the USB. So either of those options, maybe you've got some of this and a little bit of the other. This is gonna work with everything, and it's called Ultimate Backup for a reason. It really and truly lives up to its name. So here's how you're gonna use it on your computer. Again, plug it right in, whether it's USB or C type, simple. There is nothing that you're downloading on your computer. You don't need Wi-Fi for this. You don't need anything special at all. Simply sign in with an email and a password to establish your free account, and that's it. You're not paying subscription fees, no cost. This is gonna save you money because now you can get rid of the cloud services. And let me just ask you this, do you have multiples? I had one for music, I had one for photos and documents, and we've had all kinds of stuff happen with the cloud. I actually had a cloud service email, huge company, and said, we're not supporting the cloud anymore, sorry. And I'm like, where are all my pictures gonna gonna go. With this, you are backing up a tangible in-hand copy of your pictures, your videos, your PowerPoint presentations, your email, your attachments, your social media, you name it, you're gonna be able to back it up right here. So let me show you the computer. All we did was plug it in, okay? On most computers, that interface is gonna pop right up. On mine, I have it set, it just opens everything up, so you just double click it to open.
Oh, easy.
Really easy.
Okay.
So right here is your ultimate backup, and it's already preloaded to do your photos, your videos, your documents, and your music. If you wanna do a deeper dive and go in and do obscure file folders because you're a crafter, or you wanna get the PowerPoint presentations, or you wanna get email, you can go in and do that deeper dive. But to start, this is literally plug and play. So I am simply gonna tap right here where it says start backup, and now this is gonna go to work to seek all of that out and make that copy onto my ultimate backup. So think about this. Maybe you're getting a new computer and it's only got 64 gigabytes of a hard drive. Right. You're not gonna be able to load your family videos and memories on there because it's gonna take up all the space.
Heck no.
Maybe what you wanna do is get it off of your computer and save it onto your backup drive so you can put it onto maybe a computer with more space, or just have that copy that you can use later.
Well, and here's something interesting. So we do have this beautiful HP coming up. It's been wildly, wildly popular. If you need a computer, I got it, right?
Right.
Listen, this is how important this is. This one has a whopping, and it is big, 128 gigabytes on it. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
This is 500 gigabytes. So even our brand new laptop, which again, hope you'll stick around. I want you to see the presentation. This one's gorgeous. I love the lavender. It is only got 126 or 128. So understand, your brand new computer might already be very limited in its gigabyte and its memory, and now you're expanding it so easily. I gotta tell you that one touch and it's done. Couldn't be simpler. You do not have to be a computer expert, thank God. That's why everybody loves this so much, because you don't have to be a whiz to understand how this works. It all happens virtually automatic. Now guys, let's go ahead and give an update of where we stand. We are 7 minutes into the brand new day. Look at the counter right there, right there. Do you see it? We have sold 2,130 at this point, which means go to hsn.com. That's the fastest way to get yours. Know when you get it, it's simple. Don't be afraid of this. If you keep old computers around simply because you can't get the stuff off of them,
that's it.
Which everybody does, this is what you're going to use.
It really is, and this never does duplicates. So if you plug it into your computers every once in a while just to get the new stuff, it's never going to get 2 and 3 copies of each thing. So that would be super annoying. It does not do that. The other thing too, and we're going to talk about this in a little bit more detail, all you do for your mobile devices is download the free Ultimate Backup app out of the app stores. Log in with your same email and password that you signed up with on your Ultimate Backup on your computer, and then you're going to be able to wirelessly, without plugging anything into your computers, you're going to be able to select what you want in the free app. Here's what it looks like right here. So you're going to be able to select if it's pictures, videos, or contacts. It does those 3 things off of phones, and this is going to work with iOS 12 and above. It's going to work with Android 5. It's also going to work with Fire Tablet 5 and above as well. So you simply tap right here. I think I've already done this one. Yep, nothing new there, so I have all of it already, and this is going to give you the opportunity now to go onto your computer while it's plugged in and then sync everything wirelessly. It's like magic.
So everything ends up in that.
Everything ends up in this.
Right.
But here's the neat thing. Let me show you really quickly. I know we're going to probably take you on to the full screen. Look at this. But the really cool thing that you're going to be able to do is everything is kept in its tidy little neat file folders. So when I back up, it's going to have everything. And actually, this is in the process right now of getting some new things off of this particular computer. But it's going to have a backup for your laptop, for your other laptop, however you named them originally. I have my iPhone on there, my iPad, my Android phone. It keeps everything in their own little tidy little neat file folders. So when you back up your husband's phone, you've got all of that stuff in its file folder right in the application. Again, you're not downloading anything onto your computer. It is just the software that's already preloaded onto Ultimate Backup. So this is really a great, easy way for you to be able to touch one button. This is seeking out and finding everything right now, so it's going to work. There's over 5,000 things right here that it's looking at, and that's why it's taking a second here to get working. everything, but I love the fact that it takes all the guesswork out of it.
Right.
You know, some of the backup drives in the past, they didn't have software. It threw everything into one big old file folder and you didn't know what was the iPad, what was the computer, and this has powerful antivirus software too. Now I know you and I talked about that before the show. That's a big one. Maybe you held on to an old computer that had a bad virus and it had all these family pictures from decades ago, eons ago. Maybe it had old videos that you can't part with, but you can't figure out if it's safe or not to download the things off of your old computer to put it onto your new computer because you don't want to pass the virus to your new computer, right? Ultimate Backup solves that because it has powerful antivirus software built right in. So it's filtering out all of the bad stuff, plug it right into your new computer, and now it's just going to transfer the things that you want it to, no virus at all.
Guys, it's brilliant. And how many have that stuff locked away? It's in a computer, it's on a phone. You know, it's on your current computer, and maybe your current computer just needs more space. You're like, oh my gosh, what, I have to start deleting my family videos and the precious kids' first step videos and all that kind of good stuff? Now you don't do that. And for me, this is a sense of real security, knowing that, and think about how many pictures do we take with our phones now? I mean, all of our memories are on that little phone. What would happen, for example, if you didn't have it backed up, and let's say it's on some weird cloud and we can't even figure out how to get there? What if you lost it? What if the phone got stolen?
Right.
Think of the thousands of pictures you have on your phone. Well, by doing this system with the app, maybe you put a reminder every week to back it up or every month to back it up. So now those precious photos and memories and all that stuff that we want to keep, it's going to be backed up. You know what else it does? It clears out the space of your current phone or your tablet or the space on your current computer. How many of you have a phone and you're like, oh no, I'm about to max out my phone? Well, guess what they do? Hey, would you like to pay money every month to go on the cloud? And you're like, well, where's the cloud? And what happens at that point? And how do I get to the cloud? I'm still baffled by that, to be quite honest with you.
Oh my gosh, what if it gets hacked?
Well, oh my God.
It's not secure. You hear all these celebrities with all of those very, you know, very personal photos and very compromising positions sometimes getting leaked. Probably came from the cloud.
That's what I'm saying.
I think
but also a lot of us, and how many cloud sources do you have you don't know about? And I bet you're spending $10, $20, maybe $30 a month that you don't even realize. So literally within, let's say you're doing $10 a month for a cloud service, right? And it maxes out, and then you gotta get more. You gotta pay for more, right? That's how they get you, so to speak. So let's say you're doing $10 a month. In basically 7-8 months, you've paid for this.
That's exactly right.
You've got a ton of gigabytes more to go.
Way more, and we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, which is huge.
Marlo told us the story. Do you remember this? She was paying $3 a month for cloud service, and she and I were like, it's not too bad. $36 a year, right? It's not ideal, but whatever. It's not breaking the bank. It's not too bad. It went up to $10 without her realizing it. So now she's at $120 a year for one of her clouds. We all have multiple clouds, or many of us do, right? One for music, one for photos and documents. Oh, and you know, if it starts to get really full, they want to start charging you. And sometimes they just ding your credit card. And it can be very costly. So like you said, you own this, it's tangible, it's in your hand. You don't have to pay for cloud service. You don't have to worry about the cloud going out of business. You don't have to worry about the cloud getting hacked. You don't have to worry about any of that. The other thing that I love about this, and this is brand new, I just want you guys to realize this, our friends at Ultimate Backup, they're so good. Matt and the team, we've got Peter, Gavin, everybody. They created a little tab along the bottom here. So I'm using this with my new iPhone, but take a look at this. So right here, it looks like a magic wand. If you tap right here, there's a scanning feature. Let me show you that real quick. You can use this to scan your photos and your documents right onto the drive. Oh, so really convenient. It's gonna, the next time you plug in your drive to your computer and do that quick syncing process, it's gonna have everything pop up on your Ultimate Backup. But here's some other really neat things you can do. So you can do a magic eraser. So if you have something in a picture that you wanna remove, or there's people in the background, you can take them out. You can retouch family photos. Okay, that's a big one. You're gonna be able to colorize if you have those old black and whites. You can do Renaissance style, caricature, cartoon style, so many different things that you're gonna be able to do there. So I love the fact that you can do all of that. It's so easy and fun and exciting to be able to get all of your pictures done that way. And I'll show you a few here in just a moment. Really easy, but real quick, let me show you a few that we did. So here's one of me and my mom when I was a tiny, tiny baby in black and white. A lot of damage to this one. A lot of our old family photos weren't stored in a way that they look great. Oh, wow. Look at this. So in your Ultimate Backup, absolutely free, no subscription fees or charges or any cost going forward. look at how it refreshed my old family photo and
so
made it come to life.
cool.
Here's my dad when he was young. Oh my gosh, just a young man, scratch across it in black and white. He passed last year, so I'd love to look at old photos of him. We're gonna repair it and we're gonna colorize it.
So cool.
Isn't that gorgeous? You think that's cool? I've got a ton here, but look at this. Who's this?
This is actually my mother.
Oh, she's
when she was a little girl. Her
beautiful.
mom was, believe it or not, an amateur photographer.
Oh my gosh.
And I never met my grandmother. My mom died when I was very young.
Oh my
So this is one
gosh.
of my most precious pictures of my mom.
Well,
when she
you
was
probably
little.
don't have that many. I mean,
No,
I feel like I don't have nearly enough of my loved ones. Look how we're not gonna just fix it. We're gonna colorize it.
You guys, and I sent her,
Do
I
you
sent them,
love
if you go
it?
back to the original, you
Yes.
guys, I sent them, that's the color of the photo I have at home.
Right.
That's all I have.
It's kind of gray.
It's a little gray, it's very fuzzy actually, but when you go to the after.
Ready?
I've
We're
never
gonna
seen
fix
it
it.
colorized.
Isn't that gorgeous?
It almost brings it alive.
Yes, you feel like you have probably a better sense of her.
I do.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh my God, it's gonna make me cry.
I know, me too. Seeing my dad, it did the same thing. I mean,
and that's a new feature they've now included.
they've added it just for fun. They didn't have to.
No, they said, hey, we're just gonna give you a photo editor that you can have fun with. That is super cool.
It's really cool, so that's
I didn't know I was
included.
gonna need tissue for this darn presentation.
I know, I'm sorry, Suze.
No, that's really precious because I love that photo. I don't have many photos of my mom, unfortunately, and that really, especially her childhood photo, because that's a very, very old photo. So that was so cool personally. That's one of the added features. The core to this is, imagine never having to worry about losing those precious pictures that are on your phone, on your computer, on your tablet, on your laptop. Imagine being able to preserve all of that. How about those important documents and files that you have to keep?
Exactly.
And basically everything's on our computers nowadays. Everything's on our phones nowadays. So the odds of us losing them are higher and higher.
It is.
Because it's all in Never Never Land. We don't even know where it's at. It's
Right.
just out there somewhere.
Well, this is a physical copy, and that's what we
I
love
love
so
that.
much about this. I mean,
Well,
think
can I
about.
add something too? If you have an
Yeah.
emergency, let's say you have a flood
just
or
gonna
something
say it.
happens and you've got to get out of the house fast. You don't have
Yep.
time to go grab all the laptops and computers in the house and run out with them. You grab this.
Exactly.
This is all the important key stuff in your life.
I was joking with Adam the other day. I said the last time we had to evacuate our homes, because we have to do that quite often here in Florida
Yes.
with hurricanes, and we know there's bad weather all over the country, so we could all be affected at any moment by something along those lines. By the time we loaded up all the computers and all the phones and all the technology in the car, there was no room for people. It was too much. With this, you can just grab this and know you have that tangible, in-hand, safe backup copy that nothing can happen to. You
That's
just bring it with you. Some people put it in the safe deposit box. For me, because it never does duplicates, I like to just back up my computers, phones, tablets every once in a while to get all of the new stuff. I think that's really exciting. Let me show you back in the computer again, because I want to show you all the various devices
yeah.
I have backed up onto my ultimate backup. So here's a look at that interface right here. Again, you're not downloading software on your computer at all whatsoever. I have a desktop computer right here, so that's an HP. I also have my iPhone, so that's the next one. That one's right there. It's all under that View Files tab. So all you do is tap that. I've got my laptop, and a different laptop right here, another laptop. There's my HP laptop that I named, and then down there is my iPad. So all of the different devices are all in their own separate file folders. So again, it's not throwing everything together, it's just getting everything that you want. And speaking of, let's look at settings real quick, because with settings, you're gonna be able to select what you want to be able to bring up on that. So I'll show you that here in just a second, but you're gonna be able to bring up all of those various settings, and you are going to be able to get all of the different file types that you want to be able to get. So I'll show you that here in just one second. I gotta find where it went. Okay, yeah, just a second. Anyway, let me show you this other demo here really quick. So this is one that I did, and I am super passionate about this one. So take a look. I'm tapping Magic Erase right here, and this is, again, in that incredible photo editing and photo, basically repairing software that they're including.
Awesome.
I'm gonna select a photo right here. So I'm gonna go right in to this one, and here I have a picture. Okay, so this is a picture of hubby Ken and I. We were at a waterfall. We went on a fun little trip last year, and take a look at this. There's all these people in the background. You can see there's a lady over there wearing a pink top, and you know, there are other families taking pictures, I understand that, but I would like to get them out of my photo. So I'm simply going to tap right here where I want this to erase, tap erase, and this is gonna go to work to erase those people from the background and make it look flawless. So now I have this beautiful, perfect, pristine picture thanks to Ultimate Backup. Truly amazing.
Ex-husband in all the photos, there you go. That's gonna be, if you've got an ex, that's gonna be the handiest feature of this whole thing. But really, you know what this for me means? It means a sense of security. It means, right now, like I said, I'm so panicked. I cannot get into my Android phone to get all those pictures of my son Ethan and my husband and the stuff we did years ago. Had I had this, it would never be an issue. I can't remember my password to get into the phone. Now, if I would have had this and been updating it every week, every 2 weeks, every month, that's never going to be an issue again. For me today, I literally went and thought, well, let me go on one of the cloud services and see if maybe I'm into a sec. I did this a couple minutes ago. I just thought, well, I'll go onto the cloud, I guess, and try to find it. I can't find it. And it really stresses me out because we want those precious memories. It's sad when we don't have them. This is going to allow you to be able to preserve all that, to never have to worry about it. Let's talk about important documents. Almost all of our documents are now on our computers. They're sent via email. You're trying to save them in a file. You're like, I don't know where the heck they are. Or, boy, I better have a backup for those. It could be insurance documents. It could be medical documents. It could be a whole host of things that you've got to keep that record of. Almost all of it is now electronic. Guess what? You back it up in here. So even if your computer gets thrown into a swimming pool or rained on or a truck rolls over it, that important health document you need to prove something. It might be your VA benefits. It could be something for Medicaid or Medicare. You now have a backup. So if you buy a new computer, i.e. maybe the one I have coming up, you go, oh, guess what? I'm safe. I've got it. My old one burned out. The keyboard doesn't work. I can't remember the password for it. It doesn't matter. You now have locked this all in to your brand new drive. Now, I also have to mention something else. The only way it used to be that you could do a drive was a hard drive with a disk. It cost maybe a couple $100. Remember those?
Yes.
You could put the disk in and then you would try to put all the information over.
Oh my gosh.
You had to be a computer expert to figure that out.
I remember my husband spending $500 buying a solid state drive to try to install into our computer. We had to have his cousin come over who's better at computers than we are and try to get it installed. It was so much money. And then it made the warranty null and void because we messed with it, but we didn't have enough storage. Now you can literally plug this in, have all of your stuff on it, take it on a road trip with movies on it, and the kids can watch movies right on that without actually transferring the movies to the laptop. Let me take you back into my computer screen again. I accidentally closed it out, so take a look at this. This is some of the things it's assessing I have on my computer, okay? So right up here at the top, it says I have contacts, I have documents, I have downloads, I have favorites, links. So if you are moving to that new computer and you want your same links, it's gonna have that for you. Your music, your OneDrive. You and I were talking about some of those sites. I had a OneDrive for a while and it kind of took over my whole computer. It sort of made me crazy. So I decided I didn't want to do OneDrive anymore, but I plugged in my Ultimate Backup. It backed up everything that was in OneDrive, and now I don't have to use it if I don't want to.
And
so
that's how you do it with the cloud, right?
Yes.
So let's say you're just overpaying the fees for the cloud.
That's it.
You're going to take everything off the cloud, stick it in here.
That's exactly right.
And it's always going to live in here now.
It's just making a copy onto here, but if you want to stop paying for it, you don't have to pay for it anymore. And then take a look at this. So Google Photos is over on this side. Your emails are here. It'll even do your attachments.
Oh, that's
and then right
great.
down here, you can select those specific file folders. So that's down here. So this is what Suzanne and I were talking about. Maybe you have, JPEG pictures, but maybe you also have obscure file folders because you use certain crafting devices like you do that do fonts and they're, whatever file folder. You can select whatever you want and it's gonna make a copy right here. So again, think about this. You drop and break your phone. You talked about someone losing a phone. One of my dear girlfriends dropped her phone in the water. She thought her husband, she thought that she and her husband had backed it up recently, hadn't been recently backed up. It was a whole holiday weekend. They were on the boat. They missed out on all the pictures. He luckily dove down and got the phone back and was able to, they were able to get some of it back. But oh my gosh, a lot of those photos were gone.
He's Aquaman. None of us are going to dive in and find
I'm not doing that. No, and Alice Carone, before she retired, she lost her phone twice into the water, and she's like, well, that went to Davy Jones's locker. That's it. With this, you got a copy.
But here's something else that's so important. How many of you are thinking about getting a new laptop? Okay, and again, stick with me. I've got an amazing one coming up. You're going to love the price. But you're afraid. You're like, oh no, how do I get all my stuff on my current laptop or desktop over to my new shiny laptop? And you haven't upgraded your laptop in forever because that's what's got you stuck. You don't know how to transfer it. Guess what? Plug this into your old laptop. It's gonna automatically download all your files, all your photos, all the stuff you want. Then you come to your new laptop and you can either put it all inside here or just, again, keep it on the ultimate backup. So that's what's exciting. I have to tell you what happened to my computer. I have locked memory on my computer. Okay. And all of a sudden I needed to upload the newest software and my husband was like, it wasn't working, right? And he said, oh, you've got too much stuff. There's not enough room for it to download the new software. So I had to go in and I had to start cutting my movies and my videos out.
Oh no.
I had to delete tons of gigabytes to get to the amount to upgrade my software on my laptop. Because I have an older laptop, right? And it done ran out of memory and it wouldn't do it. And so I had to erase all that stuff. And I'm like, if I erase it on my computer, is it gone now on the cloud? Do you know I have no idea?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
It's like, well, if I erase it here,
I don't know.
does it think to do that on the cloud? And but I had to get rid of stuff.
Oh my gosh.
It was a crime.
Well, and that's the other thing too, when you go to take a picture or shoot a video and you get that message popping up that says, oh, sorry, you're out of space. You have to sit there and figure out what you're willing to get rid of. When you've backed everything up, you can basically clear out your phone and keep your cheap iPhone without having to upgrade, knowing that you have that safe, tangible, in-hand backup copy. Let me show you one more thing really quickly. I popped up some pictures of our wedding that happened to be in black and white. This has a photo scanner feature. So right here along the bottom, it looks like a little camera, okay? So this is in your ultimate backup. If you want to scan documents or photos and do a very clear automatic scan, this is the way you do it. So your photo scanner is here. This is going to snap that photo and save it straight to your ultimate backup drive. So the next time you plug in your drive, it's going to be there. Really cool. So I'm going to tap right here. I'm going to just aim this right at my wedding photo, and then I'm going to tap it. So now I have preserved that copy, okay? So now I can adjust the border a little bit if I want to just do a little bit of a quick crop, all right? So I'm just going to do it this way, bring it in just a little bit like this, and now I'm going to be able to not only crop it, do some basic adjustments right here. Now I'm going to be able to go in and I can colorize it. So I'm going to be, right? So I'm going to be able to touch that, do my colorize, and this is going to go to work to make that picture really pop. Because, look at that. So it went from this.
Wait, you guys
let's show you. There's the black and white. To the color.
Cool.
Isn't that so pretty? Like, I just really like the color version more, I think.
Okay, two things I want to make sure you know. Number one, we have this on 5 flex pays, which means you can get this home for $16. Now, you can get it at home and you have 4 weeks to try it out. If you don't love it, you can send it back. So if you're like, okay, I'm a little confused, or wow, I really kind of want to try it and make sure because I don't want to pay that monthly fee for all the clouds I'm enrolled in, this is a great way to do it because you can send it back and get a refund, but you pay it off in 5 months, which is great. Now, we also have free shipping, so we're saving you money today only on all that. And then another way to get this for half off is grab our HSN card tonight. If you're brand new, you apply for it. If you're approved, we're going to take $40 off the first purchase, which means we've just now cut this down in half. And it's already a massive savings. So take advantage of it because after the today's special, did you see? It doesn't go up to like $100. It goes up to $249.99. That's $170 off. That's how valuable this guy is. It's almost at a $250 item.
It is.
That we have on sale at a tremendous savings. And with the free shipping and with the $16, pay it off in 5 months, you're good to go. But definitely try it. And then you know what, Lori? You don't worry anymore.
You don't worry.
You don't
this
run
is
out of space.
Peace of mind.
Stop paying for the cloud services you don't even know how to get to.
Put
you're
that
buying
money
them, but you have no
back in your pocket.
idea what to
no
do
idea.
with
I was locked out. Couldn't find my password. And huge,
terrible.
amazing customer support with Ultimate Backup as well. It's all right in your welcome packet, but they are available for you via phone or email if you have any questions at all.
All right, Miss Lori, you got to give me a tease. Coming up,
all right, girl.
If you've got a lot of things you got to plug in, what do you need?
You need the Tech Impressions Power Cube. This thing is amazing. It's going to take one plug, not the whole outlet, just one of the plugs, and turn it into 5 plugs plus 4 USBs.
She's coming back with that, and we have a brand new track phone deal I think you're going to absolutely love.